Hello, and putting on a message today, message in a bottle to the people of Sri Lanka. Wow, I don't know how many of you have paid attention to what's happening in Sri Lanka. You might not have heard of Sri Lanka, um, but wow. So, this is what happens when the IMF and the New World Order and the New Green Deal, and you stop utilizing fertilizer, you owe too much debt, and a societal collapse, which is just insane in today's day and age. Um, so I would, I guess, I look at the pictures, the video, and everything else, and you understand what happened if you do your research on it and you find out the whys. Um, to not have food when you are an exporter of food, but then you don't do all these things because the Green New Deal decides you shouldn't. And you might think, hey, the Green New Deal is only in the United States. It's not. This is a worldwide effort. And so here comes a country that used to produce and export food, um, the fail crops. They turn around and have to import food when they were an exporter of food. Energy through the roof. In the end, government collapse, default on currencies, money, can't pay their debts. So what do these people do? These poor people in Sri Lanka, just insane, right? So I guess my message in a bottle is, to the people of Sri Lanka at this point, you don't look to the West as an example of what you should be doing or not doing. For hundreds of years, you were farmers, you raised food, you lived independent, you didn't have the debt society, and guess what? You joined the Western culture, and this is what happens. It's a rug pull. And so now, my message in a bottle to all of those people in Sri Lanka is work together as a people. You have people that have some money. You have some people, the majority of you don't have, but you have the ability to grow your own food, be free, be sovereign. Um, and from there, you regrow your country. But the last thing you do is turn on yourselves, um, or sit around swimming in a prime minister's pool or the president's pool, whichever. I mean, you ran them out of town. I guess that's what happens. But at the same time, I mean, you've got to eat. And if you think somebody's coming to save you, don't believe it, because that is not what this is about. This was about destroying you. And now you have to figure out how to fix you. Don't look to anybody else to do it. They're not going to do it. The government's not going to do it. The IMF's not going to do it. The United Nations that convinced you to do these things is not going to be there to help you. So, yeah, that's my message in a bottle to the people of Sri Lanka. The people that are watching this video here in the United States, if you don't think this can happen, everybody always thinks this will never happen here in the United States. Just, nah. Guess what? This is what the great master plan is. And I have people that'll post to me and they'll say, hey, the hell with the IMF, and don't pay them back. And, hey, I get it. The unfortunate part is, what would you do? All right, all of you watching, what would you do if our societal collapse, right? So all of a sudden we don't have enough food. We don't have enough energy. This is happening, right? And our government, sure, everybody thinks could never happen, but what if we defaulted, right? And all of a sudden currency collapses for the United States. There goes your banking, your credit cards, savings. It's not like we're invested in gold, silver for the majority of people that I know, or commodities, right? Everything gone. So you get locked out of the banking system of the world, right? So now you become self-sufficient as a country, or you don't live. So what would you do if that occurred here? Because right now the population of Sri Lanka is facing that. You got the people that the Dutch, they're fighting against this because they see it coming. The Netherlands is up against it. Australia, um, Italy, and Greece. They're about to. They're not looking good on their financials and ready to default. So again, if you don't think this could happen in today's day and age, this is what's happening. And to think that some magical country or government or entity is coming to help you. It's not happening. It's not happening. Do your research. But anyways, the people in Sri Lanka, I wish you well. God bless, and I certainly hope that you all decide to work together. Um, be self-sufficient, be sovereign. This is a horrible scenario for you, but at the same time, maybe this will make you realize how you don't need um, the IMF, how you don't need Western culture, how you don't need anything. You have your own culture, you have your own people, you have your own land. Plant, grow, take care of each other, and show the rest of the world you don't need us. I mean, because really, that's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to learn that they don't need what others have. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Um, so, anyways, I wish you well and God bless. And that's my message in a bottle.